Hello everyone, it's Alex of Alex's English class. Today I'm going to introduce you about strokes. Well, strokes happen inside our brains, and there are two kinds of strokes. But before that, how do strokes happen? Well, our brain only takes 2% of our whole body, but takes 20% of our oxygen from our lungs, and so this is carried into the red blood cells into two kinds of arteries. One that actually goes into the front of the brain and one kind that goes to the back of the brain. The two of them are connected, and these go into smaller and thinner arteries that actually brings oxygen to every neuron inside the brain. However, strokes happen because when there's damage to one of the blood cells, blood can come out and can cause a stroke. But the more common stroke is happened like this. Well, the beating of our heart actually gets a bit strange, and so the blood flow slows, making clotting factors and palates and other kinds of things actually get together to make blood clots. These go up into the brain and then block an artery. If it blocks an artery that goes to the part about speech, your speech can get a bit strange. And if it goes to the muscle part, one part of your muscle could actually be a bit strange too. And so you have to find out if a patient is a stroke or not. And so if we find out in some hours and goes to the hospital, the patient can get a tissue plasminogen activator that can actually break through the clot, and that can cause the blood to flow again, and then the stroke could be stopped. However, if the clot is so big or the patient is getting some kind of medication, the doctors do endovascular thrombectomy, where you put in dye inside the brain so that all the brain vessels can be seen by some kind of x-ray. And so then the doctors put in some kind of a tube and then a wire that takes the clot out. And so then the clot is away inside the brain, and then now the stroke can be stopped. But how do we find out if a person is having stroke? First is to say the person to smile. If it's a crooked smile, or if their face is a bit drooping, this can be a stroke. Second is to tell them to raise their arms. If one arm drifts, this can also means a sign of strokes. And lastly, you can tell the person to say something simple like, ball or pencil or something very simple. If the speech is a bit strange, that is also a sign of strokes. And this is called the FAST test. F for face, A for arms, S for speech, and T for time. And like this, we can find out about stroke, and also we can know about what happens with them and also can cure strokes. Okay, today I introduced you about strokes inside our brains, and next time I'll come with a different topic. Bye-bye, see you next time.